Okay guys, let's have a smooth flight to Amsterdam today. Good morning. Good morning, Lisa. Prepare the cabin for boarding, please. Let's do our checklist, Brian. Pre-flight checklist. Engine master switches.
Okay,
off
Captain.
and off.
Preparing the cabin for boarding.
Engine mode selector, normal, weather radar off.
Ladies
Predicted
and
with
gentlemen,
zero, off.
welcome aboard Aegean's Flight
CCS
680, departing
set
from
to auto.
Copenhagen to Amsterdam.
And
We are
gear
currently
lever
preparing the
down.
cabin for boarding. Please have your boarding passes ready.
Wipers
Thank you.
off and off. Battery 1 and 2 above 25.5 volts. Battery 1 on. Battery 2 on. External power available and on. Cockpit lights as required. Let's leave our bird to power up. I'm checking my charts now. We are scheduled to land at runway 06 in Schiphol. Okay, I will prepare for a runway 06 ILS approach via the Arctic transition. Okay, our bird is ready. EPU fire test. Checked. Cam recall normal. Cam crew oxygen in green checked. Hydraulics checked. Engine oil quantity checked. Lisa, we can start boarding now.
Okay, Captain. Starting the boarding process now.
Okay, pre-flight checklist
Ladies
continue.
and gentlemen, we are now
Spoilers
starting the
disarmed
boarding
and
process
retracted.
for
Flaps
Aegean's
levers
Flight
retracted.
680,
Parking brakes
departing
set.
from Copenhagen to Amsterdam. Please
Accumulator
have your
and
boarding
brakes
passes
pressure
ready and proceed to the gate. Thank you for choosing Aegean's.
checked. Cockpit preparation checklist. Crew supply on. Ground control on. CVR test checked. Evacuation captain's spare switch set to captains. There's 1 nav, 3 nav, 2 nav. Strobe lights set to auto. Nav and local lights on. Wing lights on. No smoking signs Set to auto. Emergency exit lights.
Kastrup Ground Wings 5 Papa
Cabin
Uniform,
pressure, cabin
request
elevation,
radio
auto.
check.
Checked. Prop window hit, auto. Checked. Air
Eurowings
condition
5 Papa
as
Uniform,
required.
Kastrup Ground, Roger, readability 5.
Engine 1 fire test.
Kastrup Ground Wings 5 Papa Uniform, we are
Check.
at gate Bravo 8, an Airbus A321 Neo. We have information
Engine
Golf
2
and
fire
we
test.
request IFR clearance to Munich
Checked.
Asphalt.
ISIS panel.
While I grab the paperwork.
Grenade set. Anti-skid on. Okay, let's prepare our flight. Navigation database active. Okay, I'll tune to the 80s frequency, 122.205. Sorry, it's 122.755. I'm wrong.
(920 Zulu). Wind 345 at 11. Visibility 6. Sky conditions, broken at 7,800 feet, temperature 15. Dew point 5. QNH 1013. Density altitude 0 feet. Transition level 60. Arriving runways 04L, 30. Departing runways 04R, 30. Advise on initial contact. You have information India. Copenhagen Kastrup Airport, information India. 0920 Zulu. Wind 345 at 11. Visibility 6. Sky conditions, broken at 7,800 feet. Temperature 15. Dew point 5. QNH 1013. Density
Kastrup clearance delivery, this is GN680, ready to copy IFR to Amsterdam Schiphol Airport with information India.
Aegean Airlines 680, Kastrup clearance, information India is current. Cleared to Amsterdam Schiphol via the Lang 2 Alpha departure, runway 4 right. Initial climb to 5,000 feet. Departure on 118.455, squawk 6154.
Storage, we are next to Alpha. Start the runway 04 right. Initial climb to 4,000. Squawk 66. 6425.
Clear via the Langa to Alpha departure, departing runway 4 right, initial climb to 5,000 feet, departing frequency 118.455, squawk 6154, Aegean 680.
Swiss 106, incorrect squawk code, squawk 6425.
Clearance on request, stand by. Aegean 680, readback correct. Contact ground on 121.905.
Ground on 121.905, Aegean 680, good day.
Stelios, boarding has started, and the first passengers are aboard the plane.
Thank you, Lisa.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Aegeans, welcome aboard Flight 680, departing from Copenhagen to Amsterdam. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to our crew. Thank you for flying with us. You're welcome, Captain.
Okay, we will use the ILS-06 approach to Schiphol via the Arctic transition with star Bluff 1 Alpha. Okay, flight plan is ready. Decision altitude for ILS runway 6 approach is 189 feet according to my charts. Okay, our flight plan is ready, we're good to go. Brian, we have a master caution warning. It says here that Cat 2 is inoperable. We will not use a Cat 2 approach, so we're good to go. We will inform the MEX about this. Okay, cockpit preparation checklist, continue. Fuel pumps on. Seatbelt signs on. Radio control panel.
On initial contact you have information India.
Let's fuel to ground on 1.905. Frequency.
Eurowings 4 Juliet, requesting taxi to active.
Required. Annunciator lights test.
Eurowings 4 Juliet, pushback and engine start approved.
Eurowings 4 Juliet, requesting taxi to active. Eurowings 4 Juliet, requesting taxi to runway 22 right.
Doors locked. Cockpit door locked. ECAM pressurization checked. IFS panel and MCP. Set up initial climb altitude to 5,000 feet. Set. Oxygen mask test. Checked. APU master switch on. Start. ECAM fuel page checked. Okay, APU available. Before start checklist, external power off. APU bleed on. Beacon lights on.
Scandinavian 2837, request taxi.
Transponder code
Scandinavian 2837, pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
4 set.
Scandinavian 2837, request taxi.
Brian, can you please brief me for departure? Parking brake is set.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Aegean's Flight 680, departing from Copenhagen to Amsterdam. We are delighted to have you with us today. Our captain, Stelios, and our first officer, Brian, are here to ensure a safe and pleasant flight. Joining me in the cabin are my
Copenhagen Ground Aegean 680 at gate C29er, ready for push and start.
Now, for your safety, please pay attention to the following important information. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle until you hear a click. To release it, simply lift the buckle.
Aegean Airline 680, Kastrup Ground, push and start approved. Face south.
Any unexpected turbulence. In the event of a loss of
Push and start approved facing south, Aegean 680.
above you. To use the mask, pull it towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put your own mask on first, before assisting others. For our overwater flight, life vests are located under your seats. To use the vest, pull it out of the pouch, place it over your head, and pull the straps around your waist. Inflate the vest by pulling the red tabs or by blowing into the tube. This A320 has exits located at the front, middle, and rear of the cabin. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you. In the unlikely event of an emergency, follow the illuminated exit signs to reach the exits. We will be cruising at an altitude of 34,000 feet, and once we reach our cruising altitude, we will come around selling articles from the Aegean's shop. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your flight with us today. Stelios, the cabin is ready for departure.
Thank you, Lisa. We're ready for departure.
Sure, Stelios, here's the departure briefing. We'll be departing from runway 4 right. We'll be flying the Lang 2 Alpha departure with an initial climb altitude clearance to 5,000 feet. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile, climb altituding to FL 240. Weather at departure shows no significant weather expected en route. In the event of an engine failure below 400 feet, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400 feet, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climb altituding to 3,000 feet before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We have been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 6154, and departure frequency will be 118.455. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 142 knots, VR is 147 knots, and V2 is 152 knots. We'll climb altitude out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
Okay, Captain, cabin crew, take seats for departure.
Let's have a smooth flight, Brian. Let's go. Ground crew, good morning. This is the flight deck of Aegean 680. We're at gate C29er, ready for pushback.
Absolutely, Stelios. Let's make it a smooth one.
Ground to cockpit. Good afternoon. Tug is on its way. Let me know when you're ready to start pushback.
We're ready for pushback, guys.
Ground to cockpit. All right, please release the parking brake, starting pushback.
Parking brake released.
Roger, stand by.
Standing by.
Ground to flight deck. Cleared for engine start in sequence.
Engine start in sequence, starting engine number 2. Engine mode selector ignition, starting engine 2. Engine 2 available, starting engine 1. Okay, both engines are available.
Ground to flight deck. Pushback complete. Please ensure parking brakes are set. Standing by for confirmation of good engine start and report when ready for disconnect.
Parking brake set. Both engines are available. We're good to go. You can disconnect the tag now. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Engine mode selector, normal. APU bleed. Off. APU master switch off. Anti-ice not required. Spoilers armed. Flaps 1 set to takeoff. Rudder trim. Reset.
Ground to flight deck. Bypass pin removed. We've disconnected and crew is clear. You're good to go. Have a great flight and see you next time.
Pitch trim set to takeoff after start checklist completed. Ground due to dark frequency.
SE1123, contact tower on 121.83 so long.
Tower on 121.83, EC1123.
Kastrup Ground ATC, ready to taxi IFR to runway 04 right with information India.
Nobody is listening on 121.905.
Kastrup Ground, do you copy?
Aegean 680, push and start approved. Face south.
Kastrup Ground, Aegean 680 is ready for taxi. IFR to runway 04 right with information India. I don't know what's going on with ground. I'm tuned to the other ground frequency. Kastrup Ground, Aegean 680, do you copy? Taxi checklist, nose lights, set to taxi. Runway turn off lights on, wing lights on. Chrono start, parking brake is set. I think we have problems with our ATC. Kastrup Ground, do you copy? Kastrup Ground, Aegean 680, do you copy?
Aegean Airlines 680, Kastrup Ground, push and start approved. Face south.
Kastrup Ground, we're ready to taxi IFR to runway 04 right with information India, Aegean 680. Kastrup Tower, do you copy?
Aegean Airlines 680, Kastrup Tower, copy, go ahead.
Tower, we have problems communicating with ground, so could you please provide us taxi clearance to runway 04 right with information India? Kastrup Tower, I repeat, we need taxi clearance to runway 04 right, Aegean 680.
Aegean 680, taxi to runway 4 right via Romeo, Bravo, cross runway 12, then Bravo 1.
Taxi to runway 04 via Romeo, Bravo, crossing runway 12, then Bravo 1, Aegean 680. Thank you, sir. Okay, we're good to go. Lisa, we will start taxiing now. Parking brake released. Cabin crew advised.
Okay, Captain. Starting the text now.
Lufthansa 747, welcome to Kastrup. Contact ground on 121.63.
Contact.
Kastrup Tower, Aegean 680, requesting permission to cross runway 12.
Aegean 680, cross runway 12 approved.
Crossing runway 12 now.
Aegean 680, cross runway 12 approved.
Postman 261, contact departure.
Contact departure, Postman 261.
Scandinavian 244, welcome to Kastrup. Taxi to parking at your discretion and stay with me.
Roger, parking to own discretion. I will stay with you, Scandinavian 244.
Okay, parking brake set. Before takeoff checklist. Flight controls. Checked. Predictive windshield. On. Auto brake. Set to maximum. Takeoff configuration normal. Terrain on ND on. Weather radar on. Transponder on. TCAS. TARA. Fax. As required. Strobe lights on. Landing lights on. Nose lights set to takeoff. Before takeoff checklist completed. Kastrup Tower, Aegean 680, holding short of runway 04 right, ready for departure.
Aegean 680, runway 4 right, wind 345 at 12, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 04 right, Aegean 680. Brian, take over communications, please. Parking brake released.
I'll take over communications, Stelios.
Ryanair 251 Yankee, contact departure on 120.255.
Cabin crew, switch for takeoff.
120.255, Ryanair 251 Yankee.
Okay, Captain, cabin crew, take seats for departure.
Okay. Engines stabilize above 40%, thrust levers flex, man flex 70, SRS runway auto thrust blue check. Knots check. Flaps retracted, thrust reverse climb. Autopilot 1,
Indian 680, contact
engaged.
departure on 118.455.
Switching to departure on 118.455. Aegean Airlines 680.
After takeoff checklist, land gear lever up, autopilot 1 engaged, thrust reverse climb, packs on, anti-ice not required.
Copenhagen departure. Aegean Airlines 680 afternoon. We're climbing past 1,000.
Aegean Airlines 680, Copenhagen departure identified. Climb flight level 060.
Flight level 060.
Climbing to flight level 060. Aegean Airlines 680.
Copenhagen departure, KLM 69 Echo. Can you confirm flight level 240?
KLM 69 Echo, climb flight level 240. Aegean 680, climb flight level 220.
Climbing to flight level 220. Aegean Airlines 680.
Flight level 220 set. Transition level QNH set to standard. Climb checklist. Flaps apparatus retracted. Spoilers disarmed. Runway turn off lights off. Nose lights off. Transition altitude QNH set to standard. Checklist, landing lights off, landing lights as required, seatbelt signs off, cruise control panel as required,
We have an announcement made regarding electronic devices. Dear guests, we have just climbed above the safe altitude.
ACAM status, normal,
Using electronic devices is now allowed. Feel free to connect to our onboard Wi-Fi service if you wish. We hope you enjoy your flight with us today.
Aegean 680, climb flight level 290.
Climbing flight level 290. Aegean Airlines 680.
290 set.
Proceed direct CH4LS, descent altitude 2000, QNH 1013. Until established on the localizer, steer for the ILS runway 4 left approach. Contact Sweden, control on 135 decimal, 985.
Sweden control on 135 and 985, 16 meter whiskey level.
Bremen radar, it's 680. Can we expect runway 06 ILS approach to Schiphol?
Negative. Expect the ILS approach for runway 27 at Copenhagen. Runway 06 is not available at this time.
Expecting ILS runway 27 approach, J680, thank you sir. So we need to change our flight plan. I'm activating the secondary flight plan.
Eurowings 1218, QNH 1012, Bremen radar. 1012, Eurowings 1218, contact Leatham Tower on 119.75.
GN 680, contact Schiphol approach on 118.08.
Schiphol approach on 118.08, GN 680. Schiphol approach, good afternoon, GN 680 at flight level 140, descending to flight level 060, with you.
Asian Airlines 680, Schiphol approach identified. Good afternoon. Expect the ILS runway 27 approach into Schiphol.
Expecting the ILS runway 27 approach into Schiphol, GN 680.
Will monitor the traffic. Thank you. Easy 15 Yankee. Continue as planned. Easy 15 Yankee.
Easy 15 Yankee. Contact Schiphol Tower on 118.105.
Schiphol Tower on 118.105. Easy 15 Yankee. Good day.
A 1,000 feet checklist, landing lights on, seatbelt signs.
Aegean Airlines 680 Schiphol approach descend, flight level 030 turn right heading 270 vectors for the ILS runway 27 approach.
Descending to 3,000 feet, turning right to 270 degrees, expecting vectors for ILS 27 approach, Aegean 680.
Captain, cabin is ready.
Thank you, Lisa.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach into Amsterdam. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we have arrived at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away. Ensure your seats
Okay,
are
the
comfortable
1,000 feet
upright,
checklist continue.
and fasten your seatbelts. Once on the ground, our Aegean staff
Edge
will
control
provide
panel.
you information regarding your connecting flights.
LS
Thank
on,
you for your cooperation.
7 on ND.
You're welcome,
on.
Captain.
Progress GPS accuracy. High, check.
Aegean 680, proceed direct Tidvo. Descend altitude 2000 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 27 approach. Speed below 220 knots until established.
Roger that, cleared for the ILS runway 22 approach, direct AM 649, speed below 220 until established.
Starjet 401, contact Schiphol Tower on 118.105.
Please repeat for Aegean 680.
Thank you, Delta Romeo Delta.
Please confirm your last transmission.
Aegean 680, proceed direct Tidvo, descend altitude 2000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 27 approach, speed below 220 knots until established.
Direct to Tidvo, descending to 2,000 feet, speed below 220 knots until established. Clear for the ILS 27 approach, Aegean 680. Transition altitude, unit set to 1019.
2,500.
Maintain flight level 220, diesel 361. Climber maintain flight level 260, diesel 361.
Proceed direct to AM621, unable due to the turn will be too tight and our speed will be too fast. Request to proceed as found and request to descend to flight level, correction, request to descend to 2,000 feet KLM 1648. Negative, we just locked the localizer KLM 1648, just request proceed as found, not read out vector.
Flaps 2. Approach arm. Localizer glide slope 2. Pilot to engage, currently dual. Decision altitude is 188.
Aegean 680, contact Schiphol Tower on 118.105.
Tower on 118.105, Aegean 680.
Flight level 220, diesel
Schiphol Tower, GN 680, approaching for ILS runway 27. Cat312, Paro 198.
Aegean Airline 680, Schiphol Tower, roger, continue approach. Winds 335 at 10, runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 27, Aegean 680. Try and take over communications, please.
I have got the comm, Stelios, continuing approach to runway 27.
Localizer established, glide slope blue. Cabin crew sits for landing.
Okay, Captain. Cabin crew, take seats for landing.
Glide slope captured. Landing gear river down. Spoilers armed. Flap strip. Runway terminal flights on. No lights, set to take off. Flaps full. Landing checklist. All green.
Alam 146, contact departure on 118.08.
11808, 6 Juliet, KLM 146.
DFL 361, contact departure on 118.08.
Departure on 11808, DFL 361, bye bye.
Autopilot disengaged.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Idle.
Drive.
Reverse. Speed below 70 knots. Reverse side.
Aegean 680, welcome to Schiphol. Contact ground on 121.56.
Cabin announcement made regarding arrival.
Switching to ground on 121.56. Aegean Airlines 680.
After landing checklist, spoilers descend and retracted, landing lights off, strobe lights off, nose lights set to taxi, weather radar
Schiphol ground Aegean Airlines 680 afternoon. We're clear of runway 27 and ready to taxi to the gate.
off, flaps retracted, TCAS
Aegean Airlines 680 Schiphol ground taxi to H7 via November 3 Bravo A19er West A19er East. Have a good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at Amsterdam Airport Schiphol. What a smooth landing, if I do say so
Taxi to
myself.
Hotel 7 via November 3 Bravo Alpha 19er West Alpha 19er East. Aegean Airlines 680.
The weather is quite pleasant with a temperature of 17 degrees Celsius and a few clouds at 2,500 feet.
off.
Thank you
After
for
landing
flying with
checklist
Aegeans
completed.
today. Please remain seated until we have reached our final parking position.
Schiphol ground Aegean 680 requesting progressive taxi instructions.
Prior